He told me my life was hopeless. That I was too broken, too miserable to be loved. All while he was sleeping with someone else behind my back. But here's the funny part. The moment he thought he'd crush me was the moment I started rebuilding myself. And when karma came for him, it hit harder than either of us could have imagined. If you've ever been discarded, underestimated, or replaced like you didn't matter, hit that like button, subscribe, and get ready. Because this isn't just a breakup story, it's a story about revenge, healing, and karma striking exactly where it hurts. For a year, I gave everything to this man. Every ounce of energy I had, I poured into him, even while I was barely holding myself together. See, I was in therapy full-time for PTSD. My sessions were raw. Painful. There were days I'd walk home feeling like my skin had been peeled off, exposed, vulnerable. But around him? I never showed it. I laughed. I smiled. I pretended to be fine. Because deep down, I thought, if I'm too broken, he'll leave. And guess what? He did. He didn't even have the courage to look me in the eyes when he did it. One random afternoon, he called me and said, "I think we should stop seeing each other. I've met someone new." Just like that. No emotion. No guilt. But what burned more than the breakup were the words that followed. He said, "You know, my life's just more peaceful now. You're kind of depressing to be around. I like her because she's positive and happy. You're always heavy." My breath caught. He kept going. "I just seem to attract miserable people. Maybe it's time I moved on." That's when it hit me. The person I trusted with my vulnerability was using it as a weapon. I didn't cry right away. I just sat there, staring at my phone screen, replaying every moment where I'd held him when he was down, supported him when he was insecure, comforted him when he cried. But now that I needed patience and understanding, I was too much. I went to therapy that week, and my therapist looked at me and said, "Sometimes people can't handle depth. But that doesn't mean you're too deep, it means they're too shallow." That line became my fuel. Then came the second blow. 2 days later, I started noticing something was off. Burning discomfort. I went to the doctor, and they told me I likely had an STD. The same man who left me for being miserable had left me with a disease. I was numb. But under that numbness, something began to burn. Not sadness this time, resolve. I had his social media, his phone number, and more importantly, his ego. And that's where the revenge began. I didn't text him right away. I waited. I let him think he'd won, that I was crying, begging, lost. I posted nothing for days. Then, one quiet night, I opened my phone and started reshaping my story. I posted photos of myself smiling, real smiles, out with friends, hiking, laughing. The captions? Short, powerful. "Healing looks good on me. Energy attracts energy. I'm finally choosing mine." Within a week, he was watching every single story. Then came the message. "Hey, I hope you're doing okay." I didn't respond. The next week, another one. "I've been thinking a lot lately. Maybe we could talk?" Still nothing. Then I posted one last photo, standing outside my therapist's office, holding my test results with the caption, "Negative." In every sense of the word. That was the one that broke him. He texted me again. "Wait, what's that supposed to mean?" This time I replied, "It means I cleaned out every trace of you, body, mind, and soul. Don't worry though. I told your new girl to get tested too." There was a long pause. Then, "You told her what?" I didn't reply. I just blocked him. An hour later, mutual friends started texting me saying he was furious. Apparently the positive and happy girl wasn't so happy anymore, and neither was he. Turns out she dumped him after the truth came out. And from what I heard, he's been trying to crawl his way back ever since. It wasn't fireworks or screaming matches. It was quiet, poetic justice. The man who once called me miserable lost his happy girl, his pride, and his clean image, all in one blow. And me? I kept healing. I realized that revenge doesn't always mean destruction. Sometimes, the best revenge is evolution. He wanted me broken, silent, and small. But instead, I rebuilt myself into someone even he couldn't touch. And the best part? I never had to raise my voice. Karma did the talking for me. If this story gave you chills, hit that like button and subscribe for more true Reddit revenge stories that prove one thing. Sometimes the most powerful revenge is healing louder than they ever expected.